Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. I apologize. We are a few minutes late. We were having some technical difficulties, which, if you know us, happens quite sometimes. Not quite often, but it does happen sometimes. So we're super excited to be here today. We're here with Jacqueline from Palace Resorts, which Angie and I were really lucky to have experienced firsthand just a few weeks ago. But before we talk to Jacqueline, we just want to say a quick shout out and a big thank you to all of our BTA clients, because you guys made 2020, even though it was one of the most difficult years in the travel industry and one of the most difficult years for all of us around the world, you guys made it better for us. And we are so happy because we found out that we actually won a Chairman's Club award that I just received in the mail. Of course, we could not have done it without you guys. So Angie and I got number 7 out of over 800 travel advisors in our network. So thank you guys. I can't even believe that in 2020 we were able to accomplish it. And of course, we could never have accomplished it without you guys. So we're going to talk and come up with some fun giveaways and things that we'll be able to post. But I don't want to take up too much time talking about that because we are excited to hear from Jacqueline. And Angie is going to introduce her for us.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to introduce Jacqueline. Jacqueline, we had the privilege to meet Jacqueline in person in Cabo when we stayed at their Leblanc property. It was absolutely amazing. And Janet and I, what we really liked about Leblanc is that we're foodies. So anytime that we're looking to stay at an all-inclusive, we always kind of are a little apprehensive about the food and the libations. And to say that Leblanc delivered is an understatement. It was amazing. And not only are there properties in Cancun, but they've also have it, Cabo, Cancun, and they also have properties in Jamaica under the name Palace Resorts, and also the Leblanc, which is their adults-only brand. Jacqueline, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Janet and Angie. You're making me hungry and thirsty right now. The libations definitely were on point, and your group was incredible. And congratulations on your award. That's an amazing achievement, and hats off to you girls for working hard. I knew as soon as I met you that there was definitely, you guys were diamonds, that you were hardworking. And what do they say? A diamond is formed by all that pressure that's put on it. I don't think I have that definition quite down, but anyway, you are true gems, and it's a pleasure to be here. So thank you for inviting me. We did have a little technical difficulty, so right now I can't even see your smiling faces because of, I don't know, my laptop settings. So I'll do my best to just remember that I'm live with you and pretend I can see you. And I'm really—
We can see you, luckily enough.
Okay, cool. So I better not do anything silly. But it's a pleasure to be here and share with everyone, your valued clients, and hopefully even more potential new clients. Would love to have them come experience Palace Resorts. And thank you, Angie, for the intro. We also are Leblanc Spa Resorts. So my name is Jacqueline Kruger, and I work directly for the family. We are owned by one family, owned and operated. We're not a marketing arm. I actually work directly for the owners. We outright own all of our buildings. We have 10. They're not just buildings, though. Actually, when you put loving and adoring staff inside them to have the sweetest hearts and welcome guests. Hopefully one day soon we'll have you and we'll welcome you home. But we do have 10 resorts total. And like Angie said, our Leblanc Spa Resorts brand is adult only. And in our Palace Resorts brand, we have 8 resorts, and it's a combination of, we have some adult only and some that are family friendly. We are located in Mexico, and we do have a beautiful family friendly resort called Moon Palace Jamaica in Ocho Rios, Jamaica. So without further ado, yep, that's me. I'm here on the West Coast. I do have a team throughout the United States, and we work directly with amazing travel professionals such as BTA, with the team at BTA. And Basically throughout all of, you mentioned, Angie, 2020 was, not the year we all would have preferred for many reasons. Our team stayed together. Our owners were committed. And my team works directly with tour operators and our travel agent partners. I don't work directly with consumers. So it's a testament to how much they believe in our travel agent partners, that they wanted to keep us, their family, our sales team intact. So I just wanted to give a shout out to our owners we didn't have any layoffs or any furlough. They really wanted us to be here with everyone throughout the year. We've done enough Zooms and webinars, but enough about that. Let's talk about the fun stuff. But I did just want to add the strength of our family and who Palace Resorts is, because you will become like family with us. So our resorts, 10 of them total. This map is not to scale, but our Leblanc properties are in Cancun and in Los Cabos, if you see the top right there. And that's where I met the girls at BTA. And we do have majority of our resorts, Palace Resorts, there are in the Cancun area. So we have Cozumel, Playa del Carmen, Isla Mujeres, and then in the hotel zone of Cancun. And in the beginning of the Riviera Maya, we have beautiful, we'll get into that, our Moon Palace Cancun and the Grand at Moon Palace Cancun. But again, just to get the little white elephant out of the room and call him out by his name, just so that you feel confident traveling to our resorts, being that we are family owned and we do value everyone's safety and health and well-being. So back in June when we reopened after everything was shut down in Mexico, we reopened in June. All of our resorts were open by August 1, all 10. And we reopened we call Purely Palace, or for our Leblanc properties, it's called Purely Leblanc. And it started out with over 140 preventative measures for health and safety throughout every touch point, throughout all areas. And you can see the little list there on the screen. But it's now up to over 250. We just keep improving. You'll learn with us that we just don't stay still. And essentially, last week, the CDC decided to make a little announcement about having to do a COVID test 3 days prior to your return to the US or coming inbound from international. And so within 24 hours, our owners had this sorted out. And essentially, I'm going to show you a quick little video. It has a little bit of our Purely Palace just to show all the things that we're doing. Like, I'm not going to get too much into it, but the nebulization, static nebulization throughout the rooms in between checkouts. There's a 24-hour time between the rooms, even after they've already been to the highest standards, already been cleaned and sanitized. And we just wanted to go through and show you now. Last week, the CDC came up with this rule. And so now anyone that wants to come and you're working with BTA to plan your next vacation or meeting or wedding or honeymoon, or if you haven't seen a family and now you want to just get together with them, feel free to feel confident, I should say, that when you come, we have decided to include your COVID-19 antigen rapid test, complimentary, and you do that on site. It's done by the in-house lab technician. So you do it on site at whichever one of our resorts. Stay 3 nights or longer, and we're going to include the test for you complimentary. And you get all the documentation. It's done. You'll have everything done, the results in 30 minutes, and you'll have all that you need to present to the airline to go home. So let's just get this out of the way, and then we can go talk about the fun stuff.
So Jacqueline, just real quick, you are the Palace Resorts are offering complimentary testing to their guests that can be done directly at the hotel, so they don't have to drive over to the figure or the hospitals or try to figure out where to do it.
Yeah, they don't need to leave the resort. They don't need to do anything. Once, if you want me to go into the details, once you check in with the concierge, you're going to book your appointment when it's convenient for you. Of course, they're aware of, for U.S. returning inbound international air passengers, what needs to be done. And this test is approved. Should anyone test positive, which we don't want that to happen, but we are prepared for that as well, in case anyone's wondering what happens. If you do test positive, the owners have gone another step further, and should you need to, up to 14 days without any extra cost to you, if you've tested positive, you can stay. We have a set area at each resort. Those rooms will be assigned only for those that have tested positive and need to quarantine. So no one's putting you out on the street. You're being well cared for, and you can quarantine without any additional cost. So that hopefully should be a comfort as well.
Jackie, that's fantastic, because we have guests that are staying at your Leblanc property in Cabo in the end of January, and another couple that just recently secured their booking at your Cancun property for April. And so my question for you, my kudos to you, because I will say the big question that we've been asked by those clients is, what would we do in that worst case scenario where we test positive while traveling? So knowing that they have the ability to stay on property with no additional costs related to accommodations. I mean, obviously they'll have to reroute their ticket, but to be able to stay on property at an all-inclusive property allows for the food and beverage. Is that correct? There'll be a continuation of food and beverage. Okay. That's fantastic in worst case scenario.
Yeah, they'll be in quarantine, so don't have to worry about, oh, wait, what are we doing? Because now they're going to be housing people that have tested positive. Well, they're in quarantine, ladies and gentlemen, so they're not going anywhere, but they're going to be comfortable, and they're going to be cared for, and their drink and their meals, and the rooms will be in a set area away from, no other guests that are incoming would be assigned near those rooms. It's going to be a set area. And this way the doctor, if needed, can only go to one area and monitor if anyone needs to call for the doctor. So, but the other thing is too, should someone test negative and the other two persons perhaps test positive, but the person that tested negative does not want to fly home, they want to stay together with their persons, and even staying there, but not staying in the same room naturally. So we do have, it's only $199 a night for up to 4 guests that can stay along with their family members that are in quarantine. So this way they can stay on if there is a need for them to do that. And of course the test, they can retest. They don't have to stay 14 days, not to go too much into this, but just to give you the details about how we're not putting anyone on the street, and we are caring for everyone's well-being.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Fantastic.
And I will say that when I was at Palace, when Angie and I were there, you guys have done a phenomenal job of the health and hygiene standards, and the cleanliness standards at the hotel were unbelievable. I loved, even to the point where when we entered our room, there's like tape across the room that this room has been sanitized. And I just think, of course, COVID has thrown all of us for a loop, and there's constantly changing regulations. But the fact that you guys are able to adapt so quickly and implement policies and procedures and complementary testing for guests so fast, I think is just a testament to the preparedness of this hotel brand and to the commitment of the owners to the health and safety of all their travelers and all of their staff. So big kudos to you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, it's true. We have 11,000 staff, or family, I should say. And they have health and safety measures that they have to do prior to even clocking in for their shift that day. So everyone's well cared for. And no, we want everyone to come back and keep returning and have a great time. Let me show you this quick video if you're all right, and stop me if you need any questions. Really quickly, this will touch on what you were saying, Janet.
To ensure an even safer stay at our properties, we at Palace Resorts and Leblanc Spa Resorts have expanded our trailblazing, comprehensive Purely Palace and Purely Leblanc programs, adding to the hundreds of measures already in place. To meet new CDC requirements, COVID-19 testing is now available for guests at no additional cost. All tests are performed in the comfort of our resorts, with results in as fast as 30 minutes. and with documentation ready for you to present at the airport on your journey home. In the rare case of a positive result, Palace Resorts and Leblanc Spa Resorts will accommodate you during the period of quarantine, also at no additional cost, to make sure your stay is as comfortable and memorable as it is safe, and to deliver even more peace of mind while you vacation with us in paradise.
So there you go. So that touched on a little bit of what we were talking about. So if you want, I'll go into the fun stuff now, if that's all right. So I mentioned we do have 10 resorts. Is that good?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, perfect. We have the 10 resorts, and as Angie had said, we have our adult-only brand, Leblanc Spa Resorts, and of course, we have our combination of family-friendly resorts and adult-only resorts under the Palace Resorts brand, 10 in total. In the Cancun, right now, what you're looking at is the Hotel Zone, beginning of Riviera Maya, but essentially here in this area, we have right not far from the airport in the beginning of the Riviera Maya, we have Moon Palace Cancun, and then we have the Grand at Moon Palace Cancun. You're going to love hearing about that. We'll get into it. Think of the Grand as a hotel within a hotel concept, all concierge, exclusive access for Grand guests only for that area, for those restaurants, the water park, etc. Also in the Hotel Zone, part of the Leblanc brand, we have Leblanc Spa Resort Cancun, AAA 5 Diamond, 11 years consecutive. The staff there is incredible. The Beach Palace is in the middle of the Hotel Zone, and that's our family friendly right there. And in the beginning of the Hotel Zone was called Sun Palace, and that's adults only. And then I mentioned earlier about Jamaica. We do have a beautiful family-friendly resort there. It's Moon Palace, Jamaica, and it's in Ocho Rios, and that's about 45 minutes, 90 minutes from the Montego Bay Airport or the Kingston Airport. And of course, those divers or people who love to snorkel or visit lovely little turtles like this little guy, I'm calling him Tommy the Turtle. Our Cozumel Palace is family friendly and is located right on Playa Car Reef, which is a snorkeler's paradise, but it's also great for diving. This is the second greatest reef, only to the Great Barrier Reef. And then on the island of Isla Mujeres, we have our adult-only, very boutique property, which goes with BTA, right? Is 62 suites, and it's so quaint and so charming, very laid back, very chill, the whole island, but a very luxury adult-only resort there, Isla Mujeres Palace. And 45 minutes south of the Cancun airport is a little area called Playa del Carmen. And we have our Playa Car Palace resort located right there, just footsteps of the famous Fifth Avenue. And just to go over, we are all inclusive. So I'm not sure if I said that earlier. Sometimes you get so caught up, you forget to say some of the most basic details. We are all inclusive, and I love to share that we're the most inclusive all inclusive. And what I mean by that is essentially, regardless of which room category you're booked in, and if you're booking a lead-in or a garden view room category, or you're booking a presidential suite or a governor's suite, everyone gets the brand features. We get pool and beach waiter service. So no matter where you're seated at the pool or the beach, you're going to have someone with the sweetest heart, the best smiles coming up, and can I get you anything? We have a la carte dining, gourmet a la carte dining in all of our restaurants. Come and go as you please. And you don't need to be, where some of our competition, they have setups where you have to be in a certain room category to be able to dine in certain restaurants, specialty restaurants. And we don't do that. Everyone, regardless of which room category you're in, everything you see on this screen, 24-hour room service. There's no fee every time we come to the door. It's truly a beautiful 24-hour room service. And, before even the Purely Palace program came about, where we removed a lot of touch points and for health and safety and preventative measures, we already did have our room service menus on the TVs to keep it easy. So there's not a lot of papers and things in the room. We also have, I forgot to mention in the beginning, we do have an app for Palace Resorts and also for Leblanc. and you can actually use the app on your phone to order room service. Or if you're at Leblanc, you have a butler. Everyone gets the butler, and you can communicate with the butler. There's one on every floor. They have different shifts, so they get to know you and your likes. But
oh my God, can I just talk about this butler for a second? Literally, they are like mind readers. So Angie and I, first of all, the room service was phenomenal. We experienced it, for purely research purposes, ordered a ton of stuff off the menu. They delivered it super fast, delicious. But the butler, I swear to God, when we were there, we kept saying it's like they have like either a tracker on us or psychic abilities. They could literally predict when we were going to leave the room, when we were going to come back. They knew our schedule. They knew our habits. And literally we're waiting at the elevator to like welcome us onto the elevator. And hey, do you guys need anything? And, the day before we were leaving, I know you guys, your flight is at 10 a.m. We'll have somebody come and pick up your luggage and have it waiting. And you guys, they literally go above and beyond. Those butlers are amazing, amazing. And even when our butler was done with his shift and a new butler came on, he knew exactly who we were, like walking down the hall at the opposite end of the hotel. I'm like, do you have our pictures somewhere? Like, these guys are amazing. So big kudos again.
Laughing because it's so everything you said is 100% plus more. Yeah, watch what you say to them too. I jokingly made a comment. It was a new butler. He didn't know me. I'm in and out of there all the time, and he wasn't familiar with me yet. And he wanted to go through they familiarize you with the room, and so I let him do it because I like to hear how to introduce the features of the room amenities. And he opened the drawer with the snacks. I made a comment about yum when I saw the peanut M&Ms, and oh my God, that's all it took is a casual comment about me going, ooh, yum, peanut M&Ms. End of story. So the one night, because of course you can communicate with the butler on the app, I asked for a bath. They draw your bath, and he had it set up so amazing, like it was incredible. He had put the little table over by the tub. He had, the temperature, I don't even know how. I had told it to be like at 10 o'clock, and I walked in the room around 11:30, and it was still beautifully hot. It was incredible. And he had in a beautiful brandy snifter, like a package of peanut M&Ms on the little table with a glass of water and a bucket of ice he had ready for me. Anyway, the slippers were out. Everything was beautiful. But yeah, watch what you say, because he remembered that one comment about the peanut M&Ms, and my little drawer was always overflowing with peanut M&M packages. It was pretty funny. Anyway, sorry, side note, but complimentary Wi-Fi throughout the resort and in your room is included. And with some of our competitors, that's like a per device, per day charge that can add up. So with us, no, and it's very super fast Wi-Fi throughout the resort, throughout all of our resorts, and throughout your room. Unlimited local and long distance calls back to US and Canada. If you're at the Leblanc brand, though, there's some extra destinations in Europe and South America that are also included. So like I say, if you make a boo-boo margarita dial and you happen to call back home, you don't have to worry, it's all included. Or if you want to call home and say, hey, call the girls at BTA, you've got to get down here, this is incredible. And of course, all your taxes and gratuities. So when you go to check out, unless you charge something to the room, everything's all included. We do have amazing spas. I forgot to mention our Chi in-room bath amenities is a standard. So everyone gets the flat iron and the blow dryer, and the in-room bath amenities of the body lotion is made specifically for us by Chi. It's not sold anywhere. The hair conditioner and shampoos and the bubble bath for your double whirlpool tub. But here you're looking at our spa. So every one of our resorts, regardless if it's our 62 boutique suite, Isla Mujeres Palace, or our largest, the Grand and the Moon Palace Cancun combo, is over 3,400 rooms. So regardless of the size of the resort, we have these beautiful spas. Dining. So I'm going to show you a video in a second. I hope, I think it's about 1.5 minutes long, so I hope that's okay. But it's about food, and my girls are foodies, so I had to put some food content in here. We do have teppanyaki tables at several of our resorts, and that's always a fun, interactive experience. But, you know, our chefs are incredible. So I'm going to show you this amazing little dining experience video.
To me, the Palace difference is all about the details that make us stand out. But it all begins with our world-class chefs. Our award-winning chefs have all been internationally trained and have years of experience. All our incredible dishes come to life as ideas in our test kitchen. We use the finest and freshest ingredients. Local sourcing includes fresh herbs from our garden. All our seafood is freshly caught and brought daily to our kitchens. We use only certified animal meat in all our resorts, as well as the finest French butter and the best high-quality chocolate of all the world. All our bread is baked daily fresh, as well as our homemade tortillas. They're made sometimes even in front of you. Another huge difference of your experience here at Palace Resorts are our beautiful design restaurants. We offer a wide range of amazing restaurants, from fine dining like Le Chateau to oceanfront to something more fun like La Cantina with traditional Mexican food. In Palace Resorts, we work with the best Italian chefs from all around the world, like Giuseppe Anotti, who brings all his passion and the best recipes to our kitchens. Our guests are able to experience the uniqueness of the Mexican flavors throughout all our resorts, with all the variety of the local flavors and the freshest ingredients. We have a unique variety of Asian restaurants, from fine dining to the freshest sushi to something fun like teppanyaki shows. We have an amazing partnership with Antonio Bashur, the world-famous pastry chef, who brings all his passion and creativity onto all our desserts. Providing our guests with the finest wines and top-shelf cocktails is just another great benefit. Our bartenders are trained in our in-house bartending school, and they all enjoy showing off their creativity and talents. Our goal is not just to give the best experience as any other resort, but to rival the finest restaurants in the world. From great food to great design to best service, no detail is overlooked. Our goal is to create ultimate experience for our guests. That's the Palace difference.
I probably made you hungry, so I apologize for that.
It is about that time. And so true. The chocolate pastries were amazing, as well as the variety of things that were available in the cafe. I think I had my share of sugar every day. It was just unavoidable. And then we packaged, Jenna, if you remember, we packaged some chocolates to bring home to the family.
That was a good move, and you need more. You need more. Antonio Bachor is our brand pastry chef. He's award-winning. He's a phenomenal man, and his attention to detail and attention to chocolate is incredible. We hand paint over 10,000 of those little chocolates every day in Cancun. So it's pretty amazing. And I don't know how, like, Florian is incredible, our executive chef, and he's so thin, and yet he's around all this magnificent food all day long creating his team.
The food was amazing, and I just want to mention one of the experiences that we had. We were sitting at the pool one day, and all of a sudden this cart rolls up, and it's like a bartending cart, I think. And this guy starts creating this, I don't even know what it was. We drank it and it was amazing. These cocktails with like infusion of like basil and mint and drinks. And like, it was the most magnificent looking drink, literally poolside, made fresh for you right there with all these like herbs and fresh ingredients. And just, I mean, it blew my mind, the attention to detail. And of course, like, I love food and I love dessert. I love, love, love chocolate. And I went to that cafe like twice a day. I mean, I could not help myself. And not all those chocolates made them home either.
Yeah, it's a hazard. It's a warning. We should warn all of your clients that, yeah, That's a hazard, but it's a good hazard. So certified Angus beef, Florian mentioned in the video. And yes, we are the only one to have an exclusive partnership, the only all-inclusive to have exclusive partnership with certified Angus beef. It's all about the marbling and the finest cuts, and our chefs were sent. And so, yeah, everyone feel confident. We always had USDA imported beef, but several years back, we made an exclusive partnership with certified Angus beef. And so we want you to have the best burgers. We want you to have the best garnishings for that burger. We want you to have the best, ripest, beautiful tomatoes and lettuce and everything, the buns, the fresh baked breads you saw in the video. So yeah, we're foodies ourselves. We have attention to detail, and we just never stop. We're constant. Fresh fish that he mentioned in the video that's caught daily. So yeah, we actually have a location in Cancun, and it's our main frame, our main area called Cetis. And we actually, our food is so great, and the certifications that we have from the government for the handling of foods or the handling of meats is so high, and they don't just hand these out or you write a check for them. Just like here in the States, we have our own, every state has their own type of health certifications, and then federally their certifications. So in Mexico, they have the same, but I think theirs are a little bit more strict and monitored. They can pop in at any time. So we have these two amazing certifications that people die for. And I'm just kidding, but they really would love to have. So with that said, we actually supply a lot of some of the resorts that are in the Cancun area, because it's easier for them to acquire from us than to go on their own and try to achieve and attain. And they know they're going to get the best quality. And of course, the chocolates, the desserts. So anyone that loves desserts, or maybe they save dessert for that special time when they do go away, or they've been saving up, and they I don't know, made a New Year's resolution, and now they're thinking about, I need to talk about a vacation so I can have some enjoyment. I've been so good with my new diet, or I didn't start one, but I'm just saying maybe there's people out there that started one. So I guess I better change the screen. But let's get everyone excited about the ability to travel. At least for all of these slides and videos I'm showing you, we have an amazing promotion going on right now that the lovely ladies at BTA can help you with. If you travel by June 15 of 2021, if this happens to be, a time frame that you're ready to travel or ready to plan, we have something amazing for you. So it's book one room, get one room free. There are 6 of our 10 resorts that are participating. You do need to purchase it by January 31, which is about 12 days from now. And you will have the ability to pay for one room and have a free room that can travel with you to the same resort at the same time, or they can travel to the same resort at a different time. Or you yourself can be like, I didn't travel much in 2020, and my New Year's resolution is to just get out there and enjoy and breathe some fresh air in the aqua waters of Cancun, the white powdery sands, or get down to Cabo if you're here on the West Coast. That's an easy runaway. But the book one room, get one room free is for Moon Palace Cancun, Moon Palace Jamaica, Playa Car Palace, Cozumel Palace, Beach Palace, and Isla Mujeres. So if you want to go to Cancun, Cozumel, or Ocho Rios, Jamaica, this can help. And we do have another.
That's such an amazing offer, because even I'm thinking families, oftentimes one of the things is to, when we travel with our kids, I love to get 2 rooms just so we have some privacy, some space. My kids are 10 and 12. They're a little too old for me to share a room with, but it can definitely add up, when you're traveling with, or if you want to go with another couple. So this book one room, get one free. I mean, it's such a phenomenal offer, because it allows you to grab another couple and go together and then share the cost, or bring the grandparents and have, make up for some lost times, because I know a lot of people, my family included, who are 65 and older are getting their vaccine. So I'm super excited. It's going to be safe for us to see them very, very soon. And this is just a great way to kind of celebrate, and, you know, travel in a very safe and responsible manner, knowing that you'll be able to get back to the US, you'll have your test. Of course, you can quarantine if you need to, and then get this, you know, book one room, get one room free. So it also makes a great gift if you want to bring somebody that you love that you haven't seen in a while. It's such a fun promotion. I absolutely love it.
It's really incredible, and I'm glad you're saying all these ideas. Just I get all my best ideas from my travel partners, like you ladies. So yeah, that's exactly what's. I don't know what's on people's minds. I just know that I thought I was going to go out of my mind. So I'm glad I started traveling. You know, back in August, and 12 trips I did between Mexico and Jamaica between August and December. And it was so great because living here in Southern California, we're back down on like a lockdown again, essentially. So if you want to go eat inside a restaurant or even do outdoor dining where I live, it's not possible. So I use my passport and I go to Mexico. And I, of course, you saw the video, I have these beautiful, delicious delicacies. But yeah, that it makes it just, for me, growing up Italian, you know, life is around the table with family. A lot of stories and experiences. So yeah, I'm speaking on behalf of others that may feel the same as me. So being able to go and travel when everyone's feeling like it's okay for them, and like you mentioned, elderly relatives or good family friends, once they get their vaccine, maybe they'll feel more confident, bring them with, or be able to you know, if they live with them, be able to travel and then come back home not feeling like there's going to be any threat. But it's a personal decision. But let me tell you, it really perked up my psyche and it made me feel better. And I know for many others, it did the same. Speaking of perking up, kids and teens stay free. So that is combinable with the free room promotion. I just wanted to point that out. So we're the only one that's doing this. 17 and under. Yes, you heard that right. 17 and under. Stay free with us all year long. And it is up to 2 free with 1 paying adult, which is really incredible. So all you have to do is pay for the kids' airfare. Is pretty much, that's all you got to do. And then exchange privileges. So if you're in our Cancun area, you saw the map earlier where we have predominantly most of our properties. So we do have exchange privileges. You don't need to do anything in advance, ask permissions or request, or there's a cap. Stay at one, play it all. So if you are staying, let's say, in Playa del Carmen at our Playa Car Palace resort, you want to take the ferry over to Cozumel for the day and go do some fun adventures in Cozumel. It's a great little island. Well, guess what? We have a Cozumel Palace over there. So you're welcome to go over and enjoy lunch, cocktails. If you want to do some snorkeling, use the facilities, rinse off, and then get yourself back on the ferry over to where you're staying at Playa Car Palace. There's many combinations, but just to point out the exchange privileges. So I'm going to go quickly now through a lot of these photos because I like fast moving images. I think I have another video that might pop up, but I can stop that if you want me to. But yeah, the Moon as a part of Palace Resorts. We've got Moon in Jamaica, the Grand at Moon Palace Cancun in the center there, which has a lot of adult-only components in a family-friendly resort. And then, of course, our Moon Palace Cancun. This right here, I don't know if I'll show the video, but I just want to give an idea of the beach because some people are not really sure what's up with the beach. You know, if you're not in the hotel zone, they're like, oh, what's the Riviera Maya? Doesn't it have a funky beach? Well, the topography, the terrain is very different, but we did work with the government and we did a artificial reef that we built several years back, and it is actually been a really incredible thing to do. It's not visible, it's underneath the sea level, and essentially it's stopped a lot of the eroding of the beach. It's also prevented a lot of things that come in when there's the crazy waves and the storms that come by the area, like hurricane season, when those crazy waves come and bring seaweed and things. Not that sargassum, we don't have that issue, but just in general, just sea life. So we built this several years back, and it's really helped maintain this wide beach here. Music's a little loud, so yeah. But this, we have a lot of pools, as you see in the video. It's just music, there's no narration. So there's 15 pools at Moon Palace Cancun. There's pools at Moon Palace Jamaica, which is right here. We have a dolphin habitat right there on property. It's 17 acres. It's a beautiful resort. 3 towers and lots for family and adults and honeymooners and weddings. Flow Rider Surf Simulator is a part of the Moon brand, so that's in Jamaica right there, you see. And also it's in Cancun. Nightly entertainment is at every one of the resorts, even if it's a small resort like Isla Mujeres or a large resort. Over 3,400 rooms between the Grand and Moon Palace Cancun. And they're really talented. Entertainment staff is incredible. We do have nightclubs. There's no cover. They are our nightclubs with state-of-the-art sound systems. Again, we're back to Jamaica. This is all part of the Moon brand. Beautiful spas, as I mentioned. We do have couple suites, like you just saw there. Our Jack Nicklaus signature golf courses in Cancun. And again, bring the kids, they're free. The bikes, we have mini golf, it's all included. You just go and sign up. And of course, unlimited a la carte dining, come and go as you please. Premium alcohol, premium spirits, in-room liquor dispenser, mini bar, it's all for you there. Yeah, so there's the Moon. So the Moon Palace Cancun is couple different lobby buildings, and people refer to the name of the lobby building because of the location of where some of the restaurants or some of the fun things to do there. So we have Sunrise lobby area and the Zook area. But between the two, it's over 2,000 guest rooms. There's 15 restaurants, 13 bars, and of course the Flow Rider that you saw. And this is very close to the Cancun airport. Right here, you're looking at the Moon course, which is the 27-hole Jack Nicklaus signature course. And it will look like this picture because it's not just, we wrote a check to Mr. Nicklaus to design us one of his narrow, challenging courses. Ladies, you're in Arizona, so you're well-versed on golf, even if you don't golf yourselves. But I don't even know if you do. But Mr. Nicklaus, when you have a signature Jack Nicklaus course, that means there's a checklist, and every day it has to be met. The details I can get you for any of your clients that need the special details. We have, it's called a paspalum, is a special grass seed that grows with either salt water or regular water. But again, Mr. Nicklaus's signature is on this course, so it will look like this every day. There's an air rating schedule. There's a whole bunch we could talk about that. But for any of your golf clients, definitely they're going to have an amazing, incredible time with our golf suites, with our golf course. And we have our Golf Pro and our Golf Academy for anyone that wants to take lessons. This is just an oceanfront room. Just a regular room. Again, the Flow Rider. We have our nightclubs. There's a VIP area. There's regular area. State-of-the-art sound system. This is one of the golden suites that we have. We have several treatment rooms for single use, but we also have several for couples. So this would be like, could you imagine just spending like a half of an afternoon here, several hours, and just doing all the different treatments, the different modalities? How relaxing, right? Especially after last year.
Oh my God, sign me up right now.
I know, right? And I'm trying to move through. We have 10 resorts. I don't know if I'm gonna have to go really fast here. But the Grand is just more grand. It's just Moon Palace Cancun, but it's all concierge level. So we'll get through it. We have this beautiful lobby.
Wow.
And I don't know if I should give it away. So maybe we should just have everyone travel here so they can see it. But this is an imported sculpture. It's from Eastern Europe. The artist, it's all glass. And I guess I'll give it away a little bit. It's a shipwreck. So if you can see, like, that's the bottom of the ship. That's above the bar there. So it's really cool. So girls, I need to get you there so you can see. We do have a water park there at the Grand. That's all included for the guests that are staying at the Grand. If you are staying over at Moon Palace Cancun, you can purchase a day pass to come on over. And that building on the left there is our 2-story playroom. It's incredible. There's bumper cars in there. our teens lounge, which is in the main building. It's not like Dave and Buster's where you have to pay for the games. You just hit play. I mean, it's all included. When I said we're the most inclusive, all inclusive, I wasn't kidding, even with the games. Just a part of the hydrotherapy area at the spa, at the grand presidential suite. Just trying to get everybody excited with some in-room shots too. And of course, Moon Palace Jamaica, 704 guest rooms actually. It is 3 buildings. There is a surf simulator flow rider there, playroom for the kids, wired, entertainment, all different activities. All the non-motorized water sports are included. Beautiful, the largest spa on the island at 65,000 square feet. That one at the Grand is over 75,000 square feet. This is a presidential overlook in the water. The lead-in room category at Moon Palace Jamaica is a partial ocean view. So you really can't go wrong. Everyone's getting a view. But this is a presidential. And yeah, we have family category, by the way, which is a guaranteed connecting room. So you mentioned about families traveling together. They can purchase a family room, which is 1 room as a king, and that comes with it. Connecting is the room with 2 double beds. So if you did that on the buy one, get one free, you'd have essentially 4 rooms total because 2 come connecting in each family category. Beach Palace is family friendly, speaking of families, and it's in the hotel zone. We have ocean view rooms facing, and we have lagoon facing rooms, the nature of the Cancun area there. And the reason I point that out is the ocean facing will be your sunrise, and your lagoon facing will be your sunset. So if you have people that are clients that are very into sunsets or they're early risers, that can also determine which room category they would like to be in. We have family category there at Beach Palace. That arch that you see actually for nightly entertainment, that pulls down a screen. We can have it as a backdrop for nightly entertainment, or let's say we had a, it was, I don't know if it was a PS5 or it was, I'm so bad with gaming systems, but we had some kind of a gaming system challenge there. They put the screen up. The kids were loving that. The Grammy Awards or Super Bowl, or we have movie night. So that can be there. Sports bar, double whirlpool, jacuzzi in the rooms. Over at Casabelle Palace for those clients that want something really fun. Or snorkel or dive clients, you're right there again on Palancar Reef. This is basically right below the resort on the reef.
And Jacqueline, you offer packages for the scuba, correct?
Yes, we acquired a company called Aqua Safari. They started in 1967, and several years back, our owner acquired them. So we have them on site. Gustavo is our dive master, and along with Kevin and the team and the crew, anyone that is a dive clients of yours, they're so experienced. They're ready to take them. There's different night dives or daytime dives. There's I'm not a diver myself, but they're incredible, and I can help you. And any specific questions that need to be answered or different dives that they do, we can get that for you in detail. And we also, I wanted to mention all of our resorts, even though we're not in the States, we are ADA, American Disabilities Act. If you look at all the checklist of what's required, we would actually be certified if we were in the States. So every resort has a set number of rooms that are ADA, which means the doors are wider. The shower doesn't have an obstacle. You can just wheel the chair right in. The counters are lower. There's the different, we have Braille at the elevators and at the room. So we meet all of, I'm not well versed in all the requirements, but we do have around the resort and the public areas, all the ramps. So you don't have to worry about anyone that may or may not have maybe a temporary need for a walker or a wheelchair or a scooter. If they don't have to cancel their trip, come on, we can get you around. There's ramps everywhere. So just wanted to mention that, and including at Cozumel Palace, we have 2 that are there. And that leads me into telling you that my Aqua Safari team there is also certified in assisting with the divers that have disabilities. So there is actually, I can't think of the acronym right now, but they can assist them with getting on and off the boat, in and out of the boat with their equipment. So there is actually and it's not in top of mind right now, but there is accreditation and we have it. So if that should be a need.
And that's a testament to the resort's attention for detail.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, we want everyone comfortable. We want to be something for everyone, regardless of age, regardless of interest of music or food. This is the boutique one I mentioned earlier, the luxurious. It's for adults only. It says couples only, but every one of the rooms has a king bed, so it's like a little safety net. So, but everyone is welcome. However anyone defines what a couple is, everyone is welcome. And the only rooms, there's 2 rooms here that are ADA, so of course they would have the 2 beds. Just really, it's beautiful, quaint. There is our own watercraft and our own captain, so you don't have to take the regular ferry. You can actually go from a private marina, take a transfer from the airport. The girls at BTA can help you with that, get you to a private marina, and then it's about a 17-minute on our private yacht transfer, water taxi transfer, to get you over to our directly to our pier. And we'll be meeting you at the end of the pier and greeting and taking your luggage, the bellman, and bringing everyone up. But yeah, this is a fun, it's complimentary paddleboarding. So like all the non-motorized water sports are all included. And it's a great little adult only resort. Like I mentioned earlier, Playa del Carmen, we have a resort called Playa Car Palace. It was just newly updated not that long ago. Open lobby, your footsteps right from 5th Avenue. Of course, we have security. You don't even notice they're there, but we have security everywhere at all of our resorts. Newly updated swim up bar. You can do something like this cool flyboard. I call it the James Bond experience, but updated governor's suite. This is a new room category called a walkout suite. You literally walk in and out of the door. I don't know if you can see there. You can walk out and walk back in. I didn't mention earlier, but your bracelet is going to be your room key. Ladies, you've experienced that as well. And you can go in and out, and you can also get a regular key because sometimes something might have happened. But somebody's always there to swoop in and rescue if you get locked out.
I don't know if you remember, but Angie and I, of course, leave it to the 2 of us to get somehow locked out of our room. But literally, it's like the butler again with his psychic knowledge of what we're doing at every moment. And we're trying to get into this room with our room key. And of course, we're rushing because we had a busy schedule. And he just shows up. He's like, "Oh, are you guys locked out? Let me get you in." And I mean, just amazing. Just how quickly they respond to everything and just how right on it they are. Security came up. They let us into the room. We barely had to wait. And they're so committed to making sure that every single need that you have, whether you even know that you have that need or don't know that you have that need, is taken care of. And again, I just think that it's not every hotel brand. And Angie and I, obviously, we sell mostly luxury brands and we love all of our hotel partners. There are not that many hotel brands that I've personally experienced that are that in tune with the needs of every single guest that they service.
And I felt our needs were also met at each of the restaurants, and the spa experience was so unique. I know for a lot of people, you go to a spa, you're there for the first time, it can be really intimidating. You don't know necessarily where to go, how to navigate. And I felt our butler, the gal that was assigned to us in the spa, was like an extension of our butler, because she really just made the experience great, gave us recommendations, on how long to take a cold shower, how long to take a steam room, made sure that we had all the accommodations that we needed as far as water versus hot towel versus cold towel. So that service was just so impressive, and it made our day at the spa so much more enjoyable because we really experienced all the different elements of the spa because we had the direction and the know-how to get from one experience to the next, which I know, it can be challenging when you're there for the first time. It's a big spa. Sometimes you feel rushed, and they really made it feel as though we were there to be pampered.
they're not in your face, but they swoop in somehow just when you are thinking about having a question. Like you said, Janet, they're like, they anticipate your needs, and it's a special talent. They really are great. I love them. I just don't understand how they know. They just know. They just have this like spidey senses, I guess, for lack of a better term. But yeah, the spa attendants, you can, like, I have asthma. So the first time I tried to do the sauna or the steam, I wasn't quite sure how long I'd be. I didn't want to take up their time, but no, that's what they're there to do, is to make sure that you're enjoying your time. You're not interrupting them. They're there. So yeah, if you're not experienced at a spa, or you've been to a spa and it wasn't where they had attendance, I just want everyone to feel comfortable. Like Angie said, they communicate with you so that it's your best experience. They'll demonstrate or answer questions, or maybe you don't even realize you have a question, because honestly, I had never done the ice room or the steam room, and I by choice I had steered away from those places. But I thought, you know what, I really, after all these years, I really need to do this just so I know. And for the experience of what I can share with you now, is that they were phenomenal with me. I was like, I have asthma. I'm really not quite sure how I'm going to do. I get claustrophobic, and oh my God, she kept coming back every time I told her. I kept telling her to come every 5 minutes, and she's like, Miss Jacqueline, and very sweet. And I was like, oh, it's time already. So anyway, to your point, Angie, they just know, and yet it made it a better experience for me and more comfortable. It wasn't like, oh, I don't know the secret password of how to do spas. I didn't feel put out. But this is your walkout suite. Sorry. They come in king bed or 2 double beds. They are on the ground level at Playa Car Palace, and it's really convenient whether you want to bring kids, or it's a husband, wife, or a girlfriend's getaway, and you just want to sit out there with a glass of wine, read a book, or if you do have the kids, they're in the room taking a nap, or who's watching a movie or playing on their iPad, while mom and dad have a nice adult conversation for a little bit. And yet, they're not that far away. The kids are right there. Sun Palace, speaking of adults and getting away, romantic. It's at the beginning of the hotel zone. It was completely just updated. I was jokingly telling our general manager, Mr. Barbieri, I was like, Walter, I think you can, I don't know if it's the Guinness Book of World Records, and go in our, the only general manager to have grand reopen in months, because we had closed this resort in June of 19 and opened it on February 1st of 2020 after tens of millions of dollars. I think it was about 60 million in updates that we did. And it didn't really need it, but we wanted to update it and fresh it and change it and always keep ahead. And I love what they've done to it. But essentially they reopened, grand reopening on February 1st. And then of course we all know what kind of took place in the month of March. So then by third week of March, everything was shut down. And yeah, so then they reopened again in the summer. Said, yeah, you've had grand openings in less than 6 months. So yeah, that's a pretty neat little detail. UGG 2020. This is the lobby area, very welcoming. This is the infinity pool or the active pool area. We added right above that active pool area, the glass there, we added a restaurant. That used to be where we relocated, where they had the nail salon and part of the spa salon area. We relocated it. We carved out a whole new spa area, incredibly so. I don't know how, because we basically gutted this whole resort. You could see through and redid it, all the interiors, and we added a restaurant. So it's the very first Thai restaurant within all the Palace Resorts brand. And little secret for everyone, it's located right there above this active pool. And
it's so beautiful.
Yeah, I gotta get
Jackie,
you.
I have a quick question, because I'm admiring all these properties. If someone was to stay at one resort, can they use the buy one get one free at another property that is under that promotion, or does it have to be the same property?
Yeah, last summer that's how we introduced it, so that's probably what you're thinking of. But this year, what we've done is we've made it so that you stay at the same. So,
Okay, perfect.
for the free room. So whether it's traveling at the same time, like some of the examples you and Janet had mentioned, or traveling at a future date before June 15, or gifting it, maybe to a healthcare worker, a frontline worker, gifting it to someone, the free room, they would be going to that same resort that the paid room was done.
Okay, thank you for clarifying.
But once they're there, we talked earlier about the exchange privileges. So if you're in the Cancun area, for example, and let's say the couple that did the paid room was for Sun Palace, and then they gifted it to their neighbor who's an ER, nurse, or, surgical nurse, somebody, or an EMT or a firefighter, and they just wanted to gift it to them, so they can finally get some well-earned time off with their spouse. And so they would go back to Sun Palace, but because of exchange privileges, during one of those days or nights, they could go over to Moon Palace, Cancun. They could go over to Beach Palace. They could go down to Playa del Carmen and have some fun down there and hop into Playa Car Palace, and have dinner and cocktails. They have the exchange privileges. So that would help. There's an updated honeymoon suite. A lot of our different room categories, just to let your audience know that I've empowered you with our PDFs of room category descriptions so that you can assist them with, some people say, oh, I need a king bed. And then, they have to worry and cross their fingers and hope they get it. Well, we have room categories at each resort. Some only come with a king bed. So if that's a need and someone really just wants a king bed, or we also have room categories that only come with 2 beds. So just to throw that out there, that we do have room categories that come with either or, but we also have room categories at each resort that come with just specific bedding. So that can help take away a lot of, oh my God, are we going to get what we want? we want to take that question away.
Yeah, that's really great, because that does come up a lot, and we always say, oh, we can't guarantee it. Okay, we put it in the comments, we put it in the requests, and sure enough, every once in a while, someone shows up. They don't get the bed configurations they want. Those rooms sold out. These didn't. And then there's that whole process of trying to make it right. So I love that you know exactly what you're getting, and you can pretty much guarantee, as much as we can guarantee anything in this world right now, that you're going to get, at least you'll get the beds that you paid for.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And again, there are room categories that come with king or 2 doubles. So that can't be avoided. But there, like I said, there are rooms that do come specific bedding. And so you can guide them with, okay, if this is their need, let's get you in this room category because this is the one that guarantees 2 beds. I know you said that was a hot button. So then everybody sleeps comfortably until it's time for them to get on the plane and travel and go enjoy. So yeah, I don't know how much longer we have, but I wanted to finish with Leblanc. But I'm sorry, in the beginning I took some extra time, but it was to cover all the health and safety, and we got off on a little bit on that. But it's very important that we did cover that. We want everyone comfortable and informed. So we do have the 2 of our Leblanc brand, our adult-only brand, Leblanc Spa Resort Cancun, you see on the left, and of course, Leblanc Spa Resort Los Cabos on the right. Cancun is in the hotel zone, about 20 minutes from the airport, 25 minutes from the airport. AAA 5 Diamond, 11 years now consecutive. And Leblanc Spa Resort Los Cabos is 30 minutes from the airport. We're in the corridor right there in Los Cabos. You continue further, we're beachfront, new build. And if you continue on further, another 15 minutes, you'll be in Cabo San Lucas. Or if you go back the other direction, facing the ocean, you'll be going to the left. If you go back the other direction, you'll be in San Jose del Cabo, which is really quaint and beautiful. Old town. It's gorgeous. But again, all-inclusive brand features, similar to what we discussed with Palace Resorts, except the in-room bath amenities are Bulgari. That little round bar of soap there, I mentioned the Chi body lotion is specific for Palace Resorts. Well, this little bar of soap there, Bulgari, is specific just for us at Leblanc. So you can't purchase that anywhere. And I have men and women that have asked me, hey, can I get an extra bar? It's really incredible. So the lotion, the shower gel, the shampoo, air conditioner, that's all included. Of course, you have your bath salts, and of course, a part of the comfort menu which is specialty pillows. We have aromatherapy. You can pick several different to choose from, whether you need uplifting or relaxing. And of course, there's a bath salts menu. And of course, we have an artisanal soap menu. So you can choose from that. And again, Leblanc, everyone gets a butler. The ladies were talking earlier, Janet and Angie, about the butler. They really do. They're not in your face, but they really do anticipate your needs. I don't want anyone to feel like, oh, I can't go out the door. Is the coast clear? Are they going to be there? It's not like that at all. They can sense if you're just want to be left alone, or they can also sense if you want to be left alone, but you definitely want someone checking in on you and making sure you have what you need, because you don't really want to bother them. But that's their job. They're there to please and help elevate your experience even better than you had imagined. So you get the upgraded, you get the in-room liquor dispenser, but it's upgraded, more premium liquors. So everything is just extra with Leblanc in a positive way. And I mentioned the complimentary Wi-Fi throughout the resort and in your room is included. And of course, the unlimited long distance calls here, not just to US and Canada. You can also call landlines locally in Mexico, South America, and then parts of Europe as well. So Los Cabos is a new build. All the restaurants are ocean facing, and all the rooms pretty much are ocean facing or ocean front. We have a beautiful fitness center there. It's just absolutely incredible. A Royal Honeymoon Suite would be an example of a room category that comes with a king bed only. Like I mentioned, we do have specific room categories that come certain bedding. And then we have Royal Deluxe Ocean View, which comes with the 2 beds. Leblanc Spa Resort in Cancun. It's actually the older one, meaning that it's more senior, but it just was updated itself. Not that long ago, and then we updated it again back in November for 2 weeks. We shut it down. We don't, number one priority, ultimate guest satisfaction, and we don't want to intrude on anyone's experience. So it was already taken out of the reservation systems of all of our channels well in advance, so we could do the work we needed to and do some updates in early November. Like I said, we don't sit still. Landscaping is always taken care of. All the pool chairs, the restaurants, the menus, the textiles in the room, everything is cared for. So that was a $30 million renovation, but then just in this last November, we just did a little bit extra too to spiff it up. 6 restaurants, 5 bars, a beautiful fitness center there as well. All the personal trainers are all included. There's no extra fee. This is just a lead-in room category. This is actually a lagoon view room. This would be your junior suite, which has a step down for the double whirlpool. Absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Could you imagine just relaxing in that whirlpool tub or taking a shower off to the right, that glass door, that's your shower, and looking out over at the beautiful turquoise waters. This is a beautiful, it's a casual during the day and dinners at night, outdoor dining option on the 3rd floor, brick oven pizzas. And I cut it short, and I still went, I don't know if I went overtime, but I cut it short and still went over. I wanted to just go back real quick, if I can, to Cabo. The restaurant on the bottom left is Lumiere, and a part of the brand of Leblanc is to have a French fusion restaurant. It's a gourmet restaurant called Lumiere. We have it in Cancun, and we also have it in Los Cabos, and it's absolutely beautiful, incredible. You can do a 7-course dining experience. You can do regular order off the menu. I'm part French and Italian, and I never really cared for escargot, but I'm telling you, and I grew up, they used to call me Miss No Thank You. I know that's TMI, but it goes with my story. I used to just say no thank you to everything growing up as a kid. I mean, I never even had salad, and I gradually went into it, like a piece of lettuce, and then I graduated to cucumbers. But anyway, enough about that. Fast forward in my adult life, and I was like, need to try. Everybody talks about the escargot. I got to try it. So I tried it. I do not hesitate to order it now when I'm at Lumiere and at the Grand in Moon Palace at Moon Palace Cancun. I mentioned we have adult only components at that family friendly resort, and one of the things is to have an adult only restaurant, and it's a French restaurant. It's not Lumiere. It's called Le Chateau, and yeah, just the incredible dishes. I mean, you got me hungry now. But within our, just to wrap up, within our app, you can do advanced check-in for all of your clients. Janet, and they can do advanced check-in. They can fill out their health questionnaire. They can put in a lot of the information. And what I'm trying to tell you is that it doesn't take a long time to check in. You ladies experienced it. We keep it very efficient. But if they want to keep it even more efficient and hurry up,
it's a very pleasant experience.
You can do the app check-in to get most of that out of the way, or you can just wait till you get there to the resort.
Yeah, and I have a quick question for you, just to wrap things up. Like, who do you think, if people are listening and watching and they're trying to decide between, your hotel brand, Leblanc, versus other brands out there, like, what if you just were going to say it in one kind of quick sentence, like, what sets you guys apart? What makes your brand superior?
Well, I can show you lovely pictures. I can show you videos. I can tell you experiences. And I'm really happy that you asked me that question. As our owner would say, it's our people. It's our staff. Like, I could fill up with tears about how special they are and how you've said some examples yourself, but without you, without the support of you, and without taking your valued clients, your special relationships that you have with your clients, and qualifying them and trusting that we are the right fit for them, without you sending them, we're just empty buildings. So our difference is our people, is our staff. In a nutshell, because as our owner says, we have these beautiful, gorgeous buildings, but they're just buildings. They become resorts, they become experiences, they become memories with the staff that we have, our family that's there, whether they're landscaping or they're in maintenance or they're in the spa or they're in food and beverage, working a group, a convention, a wedding, or they're working front desk, or they're in housekeeping, in the sense of going around, and at night you'll see them polishing the beautiful marble floors, at 2 a.m, regardless of it's the bellman, any of our guys that run around, our pool concierge guys, our pool and beach waiter staff. It's all of our, I have to say, what sets us apart, the Palace difference, it begins with our staff, with our people.
I love that. Thank you so much for joining us today. We could talk all day, obviously, about how amazing your properties are. I really appreciate you taking the time. We loved our experience. We can't wait to go back and have our team meeting at the Leblanc in Riviera Maya. And I'm just so grateful for you guys and for you, Jacqueline, and for this hotel brand and your dedication to really making these experiences memorable and safe and, amazing for all of our guests.
Thank you. And I finally get to see your faces. Oh my God, I feel like I've been in a dark room. Like, me, I'm a people person. I don't even know. I was probably like looking around like, oh my God, sorry.
Thank you so much, Jacqueline. And just keep doing what you're doing. The hotel has just done a phenomenal job responding to all the changes that have occurred between 2020 and what we're experiencing, right now. And we look forward to coming on board and definitely recommending Leblanc and the other Palace resorts to our clients.
Thank you. And thank you for giving me this platform to share with you. I love you guys. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks.